Because I am a great sinner. So I am so ashamed of going to the temple. And Swami said, temple is meant for you only. Because the one who is a holy person and realize everything doesn't need anything, isn't it? Tell me, hospital is meant for whom? A healthy man or some who has got some problem? Now suppose person who has got some illness, I'm, how can I go to that hospital? And how can I face that doctor? He's sitting for you only there, waiting. So bhakti is very, very, very beautiful. And one beautiful thing about is, when you go to Bhagwan, Tulsidas ji says, रहती न प्रभु चित चूक किए की करत सुरत सय बार ही की. If any person goes to him, even if he is a great sinner, Bhagwan is very forgetful. He doesn't remember any mistakes of that person. Nice. Because he sees how you are now. In our case, we don't forget the past record of anybody. And that's why any sadhu, sannyasi, bhakta is never worshipped in his own hometown. Because they remember everything about him. Oh, hey, Swami! They remember everything about it. But Bhagavan is very nice. I remember George Bernard Shaw said one day that he met a wise man. So I said, who is that wise man? He said, my tailor. So what is that wisdom? He says, every time I go, he measures. He doesn't take it for granted that, he doesn't say, I got all your measurement. He said, no, that means every time I change. So he doesn't see past, he says, what you are now. What a wonderful thing. So Bhagavan also is like that. One thing is, we do not have to have special qualification. In Vedantic study, you have to have Vivek, Vairagya, and many, many things. But here, everybody has got entry. There is no such thing as no admission. Admission open. And even if somebody has done wrong and all that, Bhagavan doesn't remember that. But we must have that simple just love for it. Great scholarship is not needed, but that does not mean you should not be a scholar. But it does not need that. And such is a wonderful prasanga that we'll see now. Okay? Now what happened in the Ramayana Katha, Bhagwan Ramchandra ji had to leave Ayodhya. Sita ji followed him. Lakshmana also went with him. And why they left and all that, I am not going into that because you all know Ramayana Katha. And then they reached Sringaverpur. There was one Nishadaraj, who was the king of all these tribal people. He served him, he served Ramchandra ji. Next day, then Bhagwan had to cross the Ganga Nadi. It's a Ganga. So, he was looking, is there any ferryman who can take him? Just as when we also go out some program and they say, shall we walk or have a taxi? Isn't it? You look for a taxi. If you don't have your own, you can. Two flies came out of movie theater and one was asking the, shall we fly or take a dog? You know, when I start speaking, I don't know from where do I remember all these things. Not that I come prepared or anything. Anyway, Bhagwan was looking for a ferryman. Hmm? So, and then he saw one and he called him. Come here. Now Tulsidas ji describes this prasanga, even though it is in other Ramayana also it is there, but the way it is described in Tulsi Ramayana is matchless. Hmm? He says, मागी नावन केवट आना